Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. Setting up our last 10 reactor setup here. I got the other one built already, and I'm not planning on turning this guy on. I just want it built and ready to go should we run across the need for some more power as we're building out some more of these science setups. We'll probably build several more of these, but so I'm just going to leave it turned off. However, due to a design limitation, we do need to go ahead and prime it. I probably should just fix that. But instead, we'll just keep trudging through the manual setup. All right, we'll turn that off, and then we should be able to turn this on from space should the need arise. We're doing okay. We're getting a lot of power off of solar right now. Well, not right now because it's dark out, but just overall. So that is good. And did I just see a train whiz by? Great. That is fantastic. Let's turn you off, and I want to make a quick adjustment here. I'm just going to go ahead and double this. Whenever I arrived at this station, there was a backup of used up fuel cells, and I'm not quite sure what that's about, but rather than try to figure out what it's about, we'll just go ahead and do that. And we'll probably have to make some adjustments on the other side, but that's all right. I plan to spend a little time over on the nuclear side of things here in a minute. I placed some of the wood burning. Let's jump out here. I wanted to go back to main base. I placed some of the wood burner radar setups around the map, and they did fairly well. I started out with a design where I was putting like turrets and things around them, and I mean, I think up here I had one where, nope, that was just turrets. Yeah, here's one where I set it up making a wall using steel furnaces. The thing is that none of them ever got attacked, and I thought that was weird because I thought they'd be making pollution enough to warrant an attack, but that never really happened. So I stopped doing the defenses and just started laying them down in places. This one's still running, sort of like this, and sure enough, as soon as I did that, they started getting attacked. So this was an old one that only got that far before he was destroyed, and there was another one over here that I placed that got destroyed. But, I mean, for the most part, they've been doing a pretty good job of revealing a lot of the map and getting rid of a little bit of wood. So, pleased. They do have two limitations. One, they don't run for very long. I'm not sure how far that is from the max. I'm seeing this right here, which makes me think that maybe it had another level of chunks to go. But that could be from a radar over here. So, And now that I think about it, it probably is. So they may have maxed out, and so that makes them okay. But I'm thinking about making a like solar powered setup maybe that we can set up, because another limitation is that they have to be close to water. So yeah, this area in here is not going to be uncovered by radar. Something to think about. But I do want to plan on doing a little bit more expansion. I want to expand over into this area and grab some of the iron and stuff from over here. I mean, we have resources over here, and that's fine, but all of our trains are going to be over here. So if we can max out the resources over on this side, I think it'll make a little bit more sense. And we may still tap into these and have some kind of system of bringing that over here to like a central station. I don't know. I haven't really thought too much about it. But one thing that I did think about was starting to make some nukes. I was always holding off because I figured I would probably turn off biters at some point, because they're very performance intensive to have them on there. But with the way things are going, I'm kind of just wanting to keep it vanilla-esque as long as possible. I mean, I've got a couple of mods installed, but we still have biters. I did a little bit of a map gen thing that may or may not have been a thing that we needed to do, but it's already done. Not much we can do about it now. But yeah, no, I kind of have a goal maybe of at least being able to load this up in a vanilla game, and even if the mods are conflicted, that it'll still run and still produce the same number. So yeah, I mean, I thought I was going to turn off biters. Turns out I'm not, at least now. So I think we need nukes. So to build nukes, we need explosives, which we're currently making, rocket control units, and uranium-235, which we're currently making. We're making a lot of rocket control units, but none of them here. And I have this extra factory right here that looks like it was just made. I mean, what I meant to say was that I completely planned this from the beginning to have that extra space there for rocket control units. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. You need speed modules, which we'll grab from that chest right there. You also need some blue circuits. Let's give you some of those. 100. Let's go like 50. How many blue circuits do you need? You need 1. Yeah, you'll be fine. And then I think we've got an open spot right there. I don't have any inserters or anything like that in my inventory right now because I had to empty out my inventory in order to fit all that nuclear stuff on me. Let's see. You will be nuclear bombs, atomic bombs, whatever. You need... it was explosives. Rocket control units. We'll just buffer that up a bit as well. And uranium-235, which we need to get over here because it's currently not here. We need to limit these chests too. How many nukes do we want? 10? No. Might as well make it worthwhile. Let's go 30. That seems excessive. I like excessive. And speaking of limiting things, let's see. We never got an output for you. I started to, but it never quite made it. Let's keep, I'll say 50. I like to have a good stock of those because that chest will eventually fill up and that won't make any more, but then we'll use them all and we'll want to have a good buffer to be able to produce more should we need to expand. All right, I'm going to do a little bit of shopping over here and grab some things that I need. We will roll the intro, and I will see you very shortly where we'll finish out this nuclear build. All right, we are pulling into the uranium processing area. And we need to get the uranium-235 in this chest back to main base. And we already have a train here that is somewhat going back to main base. So let's set you up for that. I don't want that to be a buffer. I want that to just be a regular requester. Let's request maybe like 100. And let's reconfigure your train cars. Pull that forward a little bit. Yeah, let's take out like 3 of these. And dedicate that to the 235. And let's make that a stack inserter. And you know, I thought I had you set up to be fueled here. I don't. So let's get that taken care of. All right, you're currently set to go if that is out of rocket fuel. because it was just doing rocket fuel, but we're going to be delivering 235. I'm not sure if there is a good way to do that without getting a signal from both stations, because what I would ultimately want is for you to leave this station if this needs rocket fuel, or if the other station, the one we're going to be going to, needs uranium-235. Let's take off that circuit condition for now. I mean, we do have the circuit network running between, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. I guess we could check it. Okay, we want you to go there. Let's just go ahead and turn you off. We need a stat filter inserter there, as well as that. We want to set you to that. And let's limit you. I guess let's just do the whole shebang there. All right, and we could run a signal all the way over there, but I'm thinking about just taking it to the north here. Do we have any big power poles? We do not. Do I have a train that has big power poles? I think I do. Do you? Yeah. So you put a big power pole here. Let's wire that up. To there. Would stretch. No, of course not. Will that stretch? Yes. All right, and that gets it out on the main line. Now, why aren't we getting a signal? Is it because the chest is empty? It's because the chest is empty, Kitch. Where did it all go? We aren't requesting like 300, 235 down here, are we? No, I guess you're just burning through it, man. Good job. All right, so that is being carried down the line. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do something dangerous here and ride this in manual mode. Something very dangerous. All right. Nope. Never mind. No. Okay. Almost had a little train wreck there. Okay. It's coming in right here. Let's take this down. And I'm going to grab... what can I grab? Let's see, that's being requested. Everything's being requested somewhere. Wood's being requested. What's not being requested? Do I have any fish? No, I do not. Those, oh, you know what? I got a spare battery in here. Let's do that. I'm gonna throw the battery in here, just so I can test the signal. I want to make sure there's a signal coming through up here and all the way back to base. All right, go. Not main, fuel. All right, so we should see that signal right there, and we do. Carry that. Down to here. All right, so what was I doing here? If rocket fuel in that chest is less than 10, output a green signal. All right, and from here, what do you mean you can't reach? Because it means you can't reach. And let's see, are we getting that 235 signal? Yes, we are. Let's say if uranium 235 is less than 100, output a green. And then hook those two together, and then that'll give our green signal, and we'll want to add that condition back. Circuit condition of green greater than 0. All right, so the red signal coming through on this power line is our uranium 235 count from that chest and a battery. And if that count, so in that chest over there, if there is less than 100, we're going to send out a green signal from this combinator. If there's less than 10 rocket fuel, we're going to send out a green signal. And putting those together, sending that, and just saying if green is greater than 0, that should make an OR condition. So if either of those are true, this train will move. Otherwise, if there's no 235 needed or no rocket fuel needed, he's just going to hang out here. And I guess there's probably a third condition we could throw in here to say that if there's no nuclear fuel up there, do that. But that's one of those conditions that's going to be very rare to happen. So that means it probably will. We'll put that on the to-do list, something to think about. I want to come up here while we're on the topic of nuclear things and train logic. I want to come up here and do something about this. Now, why am I in this train? Why did I take this train? I don't want to take this train. It'll be fine. Because I don't like the way that we're fueling our trains up here. And I'm sure there's probably a better way to do it. The thing I don't like about this setup is... Well, I don't like the belt. I'm not a big fan of the belt. But I'm really not a fan of all of this nuclear fuel being on this belt and being buffered on this belt. It just seems very, very unnecessary to me. Let's take this inserter out and let's just start picking... Oh, this is going to take forever. Okay, let's come up to the end here. This is going to be so much nuclear fuel. We're not going to have to make it for months. Yeah, let's do like 3 rows and let's grab like chests here. And do something like this. Another sub over here somewhere. Let's put it right there. So much nuclear fuel. Are we even seeing the end of it? No, we're not. Let's see. Do we have some more of these? I don't know what we're gonna do with all of this. Because I mean that's a lot of train loads. I might have to make like a custom train just to haul all this back to a big buffer area. So yeah, I kind of want to continue the belt, but I don't want the big buffer set up here. So, I mean, what are these at? They're at 10 currently. I mean, we could do like a belt counting system, but the problem with the belt counting system that I did like in the sushi factory setup is that there's always going to be excess down here on the belt because we're keeping track of how much is on the belt, and once these chests fill up, but we don't want that. So let's take this problem back a little bit, and boy, I would like to do something about this belt that's all wiggly. Yeah, we'll do that. Two birds, one stone. We need to know what we have in each one of these chests. And if anything we need to know the contents of the chest, right? That's number one. So we can send that out. We could limit this by a circuit, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to leave that because that'll just leave a circuit out and it'll do the exact same thing. But I may want to know when you are grabbing something off of the line. So we'll read your hand contents. There's no need to override the stack size. Since the stack size of fuel is 1. One could argue there's no need to override the stack size ever. But that's the case. So with these wires right now, we now know how much we need, as well as what that inserter wants to do with them. Yeah, let's see if we can fix this. I want that just running straight. And we'll adjust that up there accordingly. Oh. All right, that's okay. I don't hate that. We are going to need some more belt, however. All right, and that's just going to carry on down here. That's going to shift to there. We'll have to move. We'll move these over. Just like that. All right. Let's see. As we're doing this, let's call in. I don't have a train that's bringing yellow stuff. So we'll have to come back. I guess we could update it all to red. Is there any reason why we don't do that? Red's a little bit more expensive, but we're not talking about a big giant belt usage here. Let's do that. Yeah, why don't you come like there? And we'll meet you here in a minute. And let's see, we need to take all this out. That's not needed anymore. And you will be on that line. And we were sending the total out to the red network and the pulse out to that. Now, do you still have that? You do. Where is he? There he is. That's probably excessive, but I'm good with excessive. Let's go ahead and dump some of that fuel while we're here. All right, we can just set that as an upgrade. Now with the red, we might be able to do that a little differently. Yeah, I like that much better. All right, this needs to move there-ish. We need to send that out and that out. And all this is continuous. What happened to your power, man? Red and green. And let's see, that needed to move all the way here. Oh man, that's close. All right, that'll get you good. Paste that there. Green was the inserter, red was the chest. Oh, and it looks like we've got some breaks in our logic here. Green wire. Red wire. Oh, I was doing so good there too. With trains, that is. Let's see. Did we need anything from base? I don't think so. You're here. But you have... No, you have nuclear fuel. Yeah, we'll just take the stone train. At least our body will be conveniently located next to the railroad tracks, so we won't have to run too far. All this train work, it was inevitable, especially with all the nuclear fuel and things. I don't know if I've done that in between episodes either. I feel like I have a couple of times. We'll check we'll check the pistol counter here soon. Let's see. No, I was like right here, right? Where am I? I'm up there. All right. Okay, all of this is good, and we've got a broken logic network down here, too. Let's see if we can fix this without dying. And you're set. This you will unload to a chest. Boy, a steel chest would be good here. We'll just use a passive provider for now. And you will unload that chest. Limit that right now. And while I'm thinking about it, this station is only going to be enabled when nuclear fuel is less than... What are we holding, like 10 in here? Let's say less than, I don't know, 3. So that'll turn that station off and finally fix the problem of the that train just moving around all the time for no reason. All right, so on this network, we have the amount of nuclear fuel cells that we currently have in that chest. We know the amount we need. That's going to be 10 per station, and we have 4 stations, so that number is going to be 40. Let's break this network here intentionally, because I don't want this to conflict with any other fuel that may be from another science area. And let's throw out an arithmetic combinator and send the red signal into the back of it and say 40 minus the number of nuclear fuel cells we have coming in is N, or that is our need. And you are not powered. All right, so we have 10 in there currently. We need 30. And you need to know that information. But we also need to know how many we have on the line. So that would be a counter. Each signal coming in plus 0 output each. That'll be a memory cell. We'll wire the input to the output. And you will be a subtractor. That's going to subtract the green signal, which are the pulses that the... nope, that didn't go to there. That goes to the back of there. So that will wire into the back of that one, and into the back of that one we will add this inserter, where we're going to read your hand contents and pulse that out on the red network, because that is what we're adding, and the green signal coming in is what we're subtracting. And this memory cell should basically be what is currently on the line. What's currently on this belt moving up. Then, if we take what we need and add what we have on the line. Whoa, no, 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 nope, nope, nope. Sorry about that. We want to take that as a red signal over here. And we want the need plus the amount of items that we currently have on the line. We want that to be 40. Wait. We want that to be 0. So we want need minus the amount, and we'll output that as the total. Send that over to you, and if total greater than 0, you'll be enabled. That gonna work? Okay, so these two items right here are keeping track of what we have on the line. When we add a nuclear fuel cell to the line, that's going to increment this counter. And when one of those inserters takes something off of the line to put it in a chest, that will go into this guy right here, which is going to multiply by -1. So that's going to be a subtractor. And then that's going to feed into this memory cell that's going to keep track of what's on the line. And then we have a count of the current fuel cells that we have. We know how many we need. We need 40, 10 per chest. So we're subtracting 40 minus that number coming in and sending that out as our need. So we have 10, so that should be 30. It is. And then we're taking our need. We need 30. We have X out on the line right there. Sending that out as the total that we currently need pulled out of this chest. And as he adds, that's going to subtract. That's going to subtract. And as that gets pulled off, that need's going to go down. Let's just see. All right, total's going down. All right, we ran out of nuclear fuel. Boy, I know where a lot of it is. The train should come. Let's put a little bit more of a buffer in here, at least for now. So our need is currently, we need 20 of them. Oh, nope, they're being pulled off of the line right now. Okay, so there's 0 on the line. We need 14. You should be active. We're just waiting for a train to come. All right, and what I'm hoping that's going to do... Do I have my... Yeah, I don't have alt mode on. I'm going to watch this run for a little while. Thank you very much for watching. Boy, this is turning into a thing. I need to do something. I don't know what. But yeah, we'll review. I'm going to review this for a little while. I have a little bit of a concern. I have a little bit of a concern with that setup. I mean, what the goal is for this one not to have a big pileup. We don't want a big pileup there. We only want to send out what we need. And there's a brief period of time where it's not on the belt. It's being counted as not being on the belt, but it's not quite in the chest either. And I'm hoping that's not going to set off our counts, but it probably will. We're just gonna have to wait until all of that goes out, and then we see what's hanging out up top there, and we'll wait for the train this time. Go between them. Boy, that was a risky move. Yeah, we'll just have to see what backs up to see if that is off. I think the logic works. I don't know if the mechanics are going to work with us. What do we have? You say we have 30. It says we need 10. You claim to have 11 out on the line. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 3. There are 3 you say are on the line. 3 on the line. You need 2. Our output signal is now a -1. And I think that may be... Yeah. Got it right there. All right, well, let's see. This has gone on for quite a while. I don't want to have another train death in this particular series. I like to spread them out a little bit, not just condense them all into one. So let's let me give this a think, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.